Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the Final Fantasy XIV quest Hinageshi in Hingashi. Hinageshi is having a splendid time. I do wonder what culture we shall be examining next. Knowing even the moon is inhabitable, the possibilities seem endless. I bear good tidings. Permission has been granted for our voyage. I'd say it was about time we went and experienced other cultures firsthand rather than recreate them here in our workshop. Fabulous idea indeed. Wherever are we going, Professor? Hingashi, Kugane to be specific. Oh, how wonderful. Though our journey has been approved, we cannot afford to tarry. We have been granted but a short amount of time to stay there, you see. Are you perchance knowledgeable of the Far East? Yeah? In that case, could we ask you to act as our guide? You have my thanks. Should arrive at Pier number 2 when we reach Kugane. Pray meet us there when you are ready. Okay. Don't know what that's for, but okay. We braved the experimental aetherite and came via Radzatan. My charge were light and surprised both. They were renting local attire. I was not about to pass up the opportunity to dress in authentic Hingan garb. So I can't quite believe I'm here in this foreign land with the professor. Now, where is Kugane Castle? Wherever it is, it does not seem to be visible from here. Would you happen to know a better place to take in its splendor? Tosagari, I rather like the sound of that. Very well, show us the way. Fortress most formidable. This may be an island like Charlian, but it is quite clear our cultures are as night and day. Everyone must keep in mind that Kugane is unlikely to be a true representation of life in Hingashi. After all, this port town is but a tiny part of a larger region, and sadly the only section of it open to the wider world. If we are to get a truly accurate picture, we must speak with the locals. Speaking of which, this place is surprisingly peaceful considering recent events. The ruling class atlas controls what information is allowed into the area, which begs the question, how much is known by those here regarding affairs in the rest of the world? Perhaps they are convinced they are strong enough to weather any storm alone. At any rate, our work here is certain to prove a most enlightening experience. Already am I glad for this trip. Professor, if possible, I would very much like to visit the Umineko tea house and sample their dongo. I've heard very good things. Hingashi, do not forget why we are here. We are researchers, not tourists. You do well to remember that. My apologies, Professor. Forgive me, I did not mean to upset you. I fear the long journey has left me on edge. Kugane does indeed thrive on tourism, and you are not wrong to deem that aspect of their culture worthy of investigation. You are too kind, Professor, but a little cruel at the same time. Well, let's pay a visit to Pier number 1 and take in the storehouses, then make our way to Kokujia. Okay. But yeah, he's a little cruel to her, and that's just sad. He needs to be nicer to the girl. Oh, such heat. Greater, perhaps, even than the Garlean haters. It's an honor to witness the forging of Kagane's world-famous katana blades. But once I forget why we are come here. I suppose how it is Hinagashi's turn to rebuke me. Hinageshi? Where could she have gone? I was so entranced by the sights and sounds of the city, I cannot rightly say when I last saw her. That's what I'm searching for. If you can check the Ijin district, I will search the Onkagane Dori. Great. Having to search for someone. Couldn't keep themselves out of trouble, could they? One lost on the streets, you say? Tourists would have no cause to come this way. You would be better served stretching near the gates of Kagane Castle. Much city can be seen from there. Now, if you'll excuse me. It's always kind of disturbing music to hear. Hinageshi, we found you at last. Professor, oh, thank goodness. I thought I'd wait here long enough you would come here. You would come eventually. Yes, we did plan on visiting the castle, didn't we? I should have expected you would memorize our itinerary. What happened? I could have sworn you were right behind me. Well, I was approached by a merchant on Kagane Dori whilst we were making for Pier Number 1. I started to say I was not interested. When I turned around, you were nowhere to be seen. I should not have been so careless. You did warn me not to behave as a tourist, after all. No, I should have been more attentive. When engrossed in my work, my surroundings all but fade away. Thought of you lost wandering aimlessly through the streets of Kagane. My heart was fit to burst. But to see you safe here and sound, words fail to express my relief. I can only imagine the distress I've caused you. Oh, Professor, what can I do to comfort her? That's it. Jerry started to ask this of you, but I wish to fashion a hairpin for Hinageshi to lift her spirits. I trouble you to procure the necessary materials. The Ruby Sea is said to be a treasure trove of resources. Perhaps you can find something there along the shore or beneath the waves? Yeah, we'll look. Thank you. I'd be fool to leave her alone, so I'll wait with her here until you return. Oh, wait, 40s, that one. Just need one this time, but what's the rating? Oh, doesn't need a rating. It just needs to be the thing. Well, then done. Don't really understand how this is supposed to make up for things, but I guess. Say the Ruby is treasure of natural. Yeah, I found it. Absolutely stunning. Should waste no time in taking this to a craftsman. Pray, keep Hinageshi company here while I'm gone. Where are you supposed to press this run off to? I suppose it doesn't matter. I would only prove a hindrance were I to accompany him further. My apologies for disappearing like that. I went on a little errand to have this made for you, Hinageshi. Wait, the flower on this hairpin is... Nothing gets past you indeed. It is a flower the locals here know as a Hinageshi. That would be a shame were you to return home from our travels empty-handed. I hope it is to your liking. It's perfect. Thank you, Professor. I shall treasure it for all my days. Strange. These excursions to other lands are always a rather stressful ordeal. With Hinageshi here, though, things are different. But this is no time for self-reflection. We must need to survey the rest of the town post-haste. Let's make for the Rakuza district, followed by the Bukairo Inn. Oh, wait, before all that, we must pay a visit to Neko Tea House to sample their finest dongo and tea. Thank you, Professor. I can hardly wait. I sometimes do stupid things. Like that little circle I kind of just made. Yes, yes, yes. Springs were exquisite. That was the view that took my breath away. I can't struggle to believe that on the other side of the ocean lies Doma and the Azim Steppe, my ancestral home. I'd love to travel there just once to see how the nomads live firsthand. You know, Professor, someday, and I shall be by your side when we do. I should like that very much. Last time has come for us to return to Charlian. Pray stop by Searcher's Meet. Once you've returned, I would see you compensated for your work there. It's kind of good to see that they're finally starting to, he's starting to finally see what she is trying to offer him in the terms of there being a relationship there. Oh, it is good to be home. Traveling is lovely, of course, but best enjoyed in moderation like all good things. Should we have some place to call home as well? I'd bid you return there and take a well-deserved rest. I'll be in touch again once we are ready to resume our work. And that was the level 85 quest for, because this was one of the class quests, or role quests for Endwalker. Thank you for joining us today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again in another video here on YouTube, or maybe one of our mini streams over on Twitch. It's the same channel name. Till then, though, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.